Hello, everybody. My name is Kushi, and today we have with us Harsh Dadhiana. He is a FSQA technician at Taste of Nature Foods. Hi, Harsh. Thank you for being with us today. Um,
Hi there.
so, starting with my first question, can you tell us about your professional journey after graduation? Like, how did you get started and the difficulties you faced and how you overcame them?
Yeah, so first, let me talk about my background a little bit. So I finished the food science and technology from Centennial in April 22. And right away, like after a month, I got my first field job.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, and it was in the bakery, the Wonder Brands. Yeah, so I started my journey from there. And as a QA tech, and after 6 months I changed my company, and right now I'm in working in the test of nature with the same FSQA tech.
That's good. You're really lucky to get a job like within a month.
Yeah, and talking more about the difficulties at the time, if I say more, uh, usually it requires the field experience, more deep knowledge about whatever you learned at the college, because every time the employers or the companies, they always look for the Canadian experience, because even they know how to manage on the work environment this way.
Right. So, how did your education at Centennial College prepare you for your career?
So definitely in Centennial I learned a lot from the basic level, all the fundamentals about the food science, not just only about the food science but also more related like the food science engineering part as well. There were a lot of like different kind of the subjects and all the parameters like I learned at the time, more about the science background as well, different kinds of the laboratory uh, experiments I have done over there. Also we had like the projects in the last two
Mhm.
semesters, so that was really I would say the great experience. I learned a lot from there, how to how to done all the kind of the projects, and more important things on the last two semester I learned more about the real world experience, how all kind of the documentation works, and how actually the real like the food companies they
Right.
want to work as a QA.
Mhm. What skills learned at the college have you used most since you graduated?
So after graduation I would say like there are a lot of skills we require in the real life work experience. Depends on which industry you go, right? Let's say if you work in the biotechnology field, right, or more about the laboratory side, at the time definitely you should know like how to perform all kind of the chemical test and all kind of the food engineering test, right, whatever they require.
Right.
Like sometimes we need to measure the nutrition levels present in the food, more part of the R&D side as well I would say. But
Mhm.
if you go in the food manufacturing companies, at the time the experience and skills you require is little bit different than the laboratory work,
Mhm.
right? Because at that time you have to take care of all kind of the processing uh, whenever they make the food, right? You have to
Right.
learn more about like the taking decision on the right time in the
Mhm.
short period of time, right? You have to more rely on the risk assessment as well.
Right.
So every time whenever we work, we're gonna learn new skills as well, but it's a growing process. So slowly after graduation you learn more and you get more knowledge and skills.
Right. So, what problems do you think most students face when they transition from academics to work environment, and how do you suggest to tackle them?
Definitely I would say like after completion like theoretical knowledge would, like we say like academic, like after college and everything, when they go for the real work environment, there are definitely there gonna be more challenges for them. I would say more they have to rely on the practical skills, because at the college level we know everything about the theory, but we never experience how it actually works,
Right.
right? So in the beginning they feel like okay, they don't know anything about this. But no, yeah, what I would suggest for them to tackle this difficulties during the college time as well, they should learn, they should get knowledge from other people. Maybe they can contact with other seniors or whoever is working in the field,
Mhm.
right? They can talk with them and they can ask more about the real work experience, how they work, what are the requirements actually, because definitely it's going to be to kind of the different as compared to theory and practical. And what happens when they go directly jump from theory to practical, and sometimes if they don't remember they say no,
Yeah.
and I never learned this thing.
Right.
So I would suggest like whatever you study at the time, make a notes everything, repeat, revise, and always go more deeper, right? Whenever you go deeper you're gonna be more specialist, right? Whatever,
Right.
let's say you are if I say about like the food company, right? So in the food companies usually they require the HACCP,
Mhm.
right? Hazard critical hazard analysis critical control point, and that is very important in the food industry. We learned in the college time as well, but no one is taking the serious,
Right.
right? And at then when they find for when they go to find the job, at the time they go back and revise everything. Oh, we already learned this one. But so the main thing is that whatever you learn or whenever you learn, just learn properly,
Mhm.
not like you could just skip it, right?
Right.
Because each and every points or subjects or lessons, they're gonna work somewhere at some point. So yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to add, like in the laboratory, you're really under like controlled and a known environment. Like even if you have an unknown, you at the back somebody knows what the unknown is. But when you work in the industry, you never know what's gonna be thrown at you. So,
Yeah, absolutely right. Like it happens, and every time it happens, actually, I would say. Yeah,
what have you learned in the industry that you wish you had learned in college?
I would say like there are not many things. It's like the different. Like I was wishing like I should learn at the college, because what I see, whatever I learned in the food science program, from the beginning, I learned on the first. I start with the fundamentals. What is the food science? What are the different components like the chemistry part, R&D side, right? Laboratory side, engineering, requirement, everything. So it was covering everything from
Mhm.
the beginning, right? You learn the basics, then you go for the moderate level, and at the end, whatever was required, like I would say, like documentation and all the real life projects. So I think it covered everything. Just the thing was that like we should focus from the beginning, so nothing can be skipped. Yeah, there could be some other extra things like for the specialized level, right?
Mhm.
But in some cases, we cannot expect to learn at the college level. Other than like, I think everything is covered during our whole program.
Right, so we can be assured that we're learning everything that we need to for the industry at the college.
Yeah, I would say like for the entry level or yeah, there is everything.
Right.
Yeah, that has been learned like in the college time.
Okay. Looking back, is there anything you wish you had done differently?
Definitely. And I think majority people uh they they have the same kind of the thinking after 6 months or after 1 year or whenever they go to find a job, right? Why? Because sometimes what happens right now, if I say right now the scenario is different, it's not like the same like the 2 years or 3 years back. Right now it's quite hard to get the to enter in the job, right? Because the competition and also companies are more specified to hire the more skilled workers, right?
True.
So uh, what everybody can do is differently, right? I would suggest start making networking,
Mm.
right? That is the
Yeah.
best way right now. The only referral thing could work more precisely as compared to other, you can like other ways. So it's better go and meet new peoples, meet your industry peoples, right? You can take more advice from the professors and everything. Also, I would suggest like go to your like the seniors,
Mm-hmm.
because they can give you the proper advice, because they know what mistakes they did in the past, right?
Right,
If you come to me right now, I can say like I can give the advice like, okay, I did these mistakes, I would suggest you don't do it,
right,
right? You don't repeat the same thing. Probably we wasted like 2 or 3 months to just figure out this problem. Better you can start from there. So
right,
leveraging from the experienced person is more important right now, and start making network and just reach out all the people. Yeah.
right. So, like, you don't always have to learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from the others' mistakes as well.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
I think that's the best part. Like, if you learn from the great people or something, it's very good. You can save your time as well and your energy as well.
True.
So it's the good thing, like to learn from our mistake as well, but from the experienced one as well.
Right.
So you can just just cut halfway,
True. True.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can reach very early.
Yeah. Would you suggest any additional certification or training to students apart from the academics that would help them secure a job?
I would suggest to get more certification, because all the industries have some requirements right now, right? If I particularly say about like the food industry or the cosmetic, or if you go to pharmaceutical something, right?
Mhm.
Everyone is one first thing is the GMP, right? Good manufacturing practices. Even if you go to for the biotechnology course or field job everywhere, GMP is more requirable right now. So those kind of the basic certification you can get it, right? If you go to the laboratory work, there is like the GLP as well, right? If you
Mhm.
go for the food, starting maybe you can get from the HACCP one. If you
Mhm.
learn to more, you can go for the audit exam, right? And more,
Right.
there are like the organic certificates. Depends on which industry you are going. If you are going for the laboratory, I'm not
Mhm.
sure what are their requirements right now. But I would suggest if you get earlier certification, you can skip the time, because sometimes what happens, the industry they require the certificates, and you just wait to get the certificate. So if you have certificates, you can skip 2 or 3 years,
Right.
right? Sometimes what happens, like people wait, okay, we don't want certification right now, we will take later on. But with the certification, maybe within a year you can be a specialist or coordinator,
Mm.
right? And if you have more certification, more experience, maybe within a 3 4 years you can be a manager,
Correct.
right? So that I would say, like wherever you get chance, just take it. Don't just wait for others or something, right? Because
True.
certification is the key component here, that says like you are qualified
Mm-hmm.
for the
True.
specific term and specific skill,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I would
Got it.
suggest like, yeah, from the beginning, just take all step by steps in throughout the process.
How can students without the co-op program enter the field of work?
There's the another difficulties right now students are facing, I would say. But like there is 50-50 as per my opinion. Some things like, okay, without the co-op we cannot get a job. That is totally wrong.
Mhm.
There is nothing like that. And some people say like, okay, we have the co-op, we're gonna get the job. No. So both are like not totally true.
Right.
Even without the co-op, student can get earlier job, right? And even with the co-op, there is no security, or anyone can say like, okay, you have the co-op, you're gonna get within a month,
Right.
right? So it's the combination of many factors. It's not just about the co-op. Yeah, co-op will give you the more work on experience, but that is not just enough. You need the proper knowledge, for the all the parts, right? It's not like, because in the co-op probably students gonna go for the 3 or 4 months,
Yeah.
right? And also in the co-op, it's not the advanced level you're gonna learn. Usually in the co-op, like all the industry, they are not providing the fully training, full trainings, right? There are the certain of parts only that person employer can give,
Oh,
because they cannot give all the responsibility for the co-op students, because even they have to run their companies,
right,
right?
right.
So for that more experience required, so there is a limited portion, I would say. Like if you compare the QA tech and the co-op students, QA tech will have the more responsibility to work on,
Mm-hmm.
but co-op students is kind of the in the training process,
Right,
right? So
right.
co-op students won't learn everything, but yeah, still it's better than without co-op,
Got it.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I would suggest, like if the people they don't have the co-op, there's nothing wrong. Still they can get the better job as well. The only thing they have to take care of about like the market, how's the market running right now. They should know about like how much time it's taking to find a job, right? What are the different way to get more in touch with the HR or the companies,
Right.
because right now what's happening, let's say if someone else doesn't have the co-op,
Mm-hmm.
so whenever the HR or manager reviewing your profile, definitely they're gonna select the co-op one as well, but you can improve your resume,
Right.
right? Directly try to find the HR's contact or
Mm-hmm.
manager's contact. You can go through the referral as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your past experience, mention your past experience, doesn't matter, from another industry or something, because some skills requires not just like the particular skills. Even if you are good in the decision making skills, right, you are more preferable in the time management, or you have the other kind of the skills, even those small skills also can gather at one place and give you the chance to get a job.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of a relief because, including me, there are some people who were in the co-op program but did not, unfortunately, did not get a co-op, and everybody was like so worried that what if we don't get a job? Like a lot of what ifs in our minds, right?
Yeah, even I didn't take a co-op at the time, because for me, I just thought like, okay, just finish the program and learn and contact more.
Right.
So yeah, I saved my time as well. And as soon as I finish my studies, right away I just find the placement over there.
That's wonderful, actually. um, can you share any resources or networking opportunities you benefited from since graduating?
Of course, LinkedIn was the best platform, I would say, to reach out more people, because we have to understand few things, because we know only we have the known people and that is the limited market,
Right.
right? But unknown market is there as well, right? So LinkedIn is the platform to reach those unknown market, right? We
Right.
can search, we can find whatever industry we want, whatever the company, right?
Right.
So that is the best way you can reach out to people. Also, yeah, it helped me to get my second job as well, right? Because I was referring and I was reaching out the all the managers, and at the time I just reached the director of my company right now.
Uh-huh.
I just send a message for like I'm doing this one, and I just saw the opportunity. Okay, this test of nature is like the vacancy for the QA tech, so I just directly reached out to my director, and through that process I got hired, right?
Right.
So never stop it, just go it, just be on focus. Okay, let's say I want to get a job probably this month or next month. Every day make a schedule, you can reach out all the managers and HRs. And I think I wouldn't say no one is replying, because some people is saying like, okay, no one is responding. No, that is not true. out of 10 there'll be 3 or 4 that's gonna help you,
Right.
right? So right now in this situation, I would say go ahead, just go and reach out to people. That's the best way you can do it.
Do you have any suggestions for students who would like to go for further studies like masters or a PhD, since a lot of students in this program have already completed their graduation?
Definitely, like I would say, people should never stop for the learning, right? And depends on like the uh, students' decision as well, right? Their passion about learning further, right? And there are many programs available in the great universities. You can go for the Master of Food of Science, right? Food science, even in the biotechnology, there are many masters program available,
Right.
and it is more, I would say, like the more in details, right?
Mhm.
Right now whatever you
Yeah.
learn, maybe it's just like the basic level, I would
Yeah.
say. But if you want to pursue more in depth, you can go for the research and everything. Definitely you go for the master's program.
Mhm.
There'll be more opportunity as
Right.
compared to the current program.
Right.
Even if you want to grow more,
Mhm.
finish your masters, and you can go for the PhD as well.
Right.
If I particularly talk about the biotechnology and food science, our sector, right? If you go for the master, there are more chances you can go for the regulatory, the R&D process,
Mhm.
right? And it is more chance to you can get the higher level job,
Right.
right? Because what happens in like the right now in the food science or biotechnology, right? We can start from the entry level, but definitely if you have the masters, you will have the
Mhm.
more knowledge, so you can skip the few entry level jobs, and you
Right.
can directly jump to the main level,
Right.
right?
Right.
And definitely people like students should go, I would suggest, but depend on everybody's situation.
When do you think is the right time to start looking for jobs?
Oh, the right time is today. Actually it was yesterday, but we can start from today. Right. uh well, I did the same thing, like I was about to finish my graduation, and I think I started two months ago.
Mhm.
Like I started to make the resume and everything. I reached out, I think we have in the Centennial we have the support for the
Yeah.
resume creation and everything. I reached out to her, and she helped me as well to make a resume. uh, I changed my resume, whatever there was a mistake and everything, and she suggested me on the right path. Like by making this kind of the resume, you can reach out properly and you can get more selected as compared to other students.
Correct.
And so, yeah, right now I would say go for like 3 or 4 months earlier, right? Because right now you have to make the network as well. You have to reach
Mhm.
out to people, right now the competition is more,
Right.
right? Maybe in the beginning you do some kind of the mistakes. Even I would suggest, like, even if you take the interview something, right, you're gonna learn from there as well.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen you just get a first interview and directly you're gonna get a job,
Right.
right? It's all kind of the process. Maybe in the beginning interview it won't go well. Maybe you're gonna learn from there and you're gonna get more idea about how kind of the questions they ask, what are the important things we have to focus on. That you can learn more about that one. So yeah, just I would suggest go for 3 or 4 months in advance. Like, don't just wait for like we're gonna finish, we have the exams and later on we're gonna do it. No, it's gonna be like too late, I would say. Because I have seen many people even after finishing graduation, after like 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months, they are not getting the right place to work. Yeah, so right now, just I would suggest start from today.
Okay. Okay. What advice would you like to give to the students who are about to graduate and to the students thinking about entering the biotech or food science program?
Okay, I would suggest like first thing they should research about the programs, right? The future. whatever the programs can give to them, because each and every field has the different scope in the future,
Right.
right? There's nothing wrong. Maybe we can change the program in the later on as well, but it's just matter of the time and experience. So before entering any like the biotechnology program or food science program, right, they should get more information about like how can like what can be the future in after 5 years, what can be the future maybe in the 10 years,
Mhm.
right? We should not just think a short period of time like, okay, we're
Right.
gonna finish the program and probably in 1 year we will have the proper job and everything. This is not just a game of short period,
Right.
right? Because
Right.
this is the one time learning. So wherever we're gonna enter, definitely we're gonna move forward for that one. So yeah, just research more about the colleges, the programs, what you're gonna learn, what kind of the jobs you can get it, what can be your future after 3 years, after 5 years, at the manager levels, if you want to reach it, how time is gonna take it, right?
Right.
And then you can make a decision, right?
Right.
But I would suggest like, yeah, there is a great future, but before entering in our program, right,
Mhm.
they should
Right.
get like the fundamentals and basic knowledge,
Correct.
right? Because some people have the passion about like working in the food,
Yeah.
and even like after working with the food, maybe sometimes you can go for the agriculture, you can enter in the R&D department for more specific. There are many ways,
Right.
there are many things we can do after finishing the food science and biotechnology. But yeah, I would suggest make a roadmap and just follow that one.
My last question: can students connect on LinkedIn with you?
Definitely, I'm open for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
they can just search my name and I'll be there.
So, this is it from my side. Is there anything you would like to tell the students?
Definitely, I want to say to the students, first of all, thank you very much for this great opportunity, like just one-on-one session to get to reach out more students, like also for their career growth, right? And best wishes for them as well.
Thank
Wherever
you.
you are right now, you're at the right place.
Right.
Just follow the right path. Make sure you just take step one by one and just achieve your dreams, goals, whatever you have from this course, from this journey, right? This is the journey.
Right.
So enjoy all the process, finish your studies, be prepared to jump in the market, right?
Right.
And just yeah, best of
Thank
luck for
you.
them.
Thank you so much, Harsh, for being with us today. I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to have this session with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.